Hello guys, I hope you are doing good. In this video, we are going to see a program from the class 10 ICSE Computer Science paper. And in this program that you can see in the question that I have sent in the screen is that we have range based discount calculation problem, right? We have an electronic shop that has announced this following discounts. And from 0 to 25,000, the laptop, if it's a laptop. So here what we have to take as input. So see the below text, it mentions that write a program based on the above criteria to input the name, address, amount of purchase and type of purchase. Now here the type of purchase can be L or D for desktop. So here that is a character input. And so one input we have name, then address, then amount of purchase, and then we have the type of purchase. Now based on the type of purchase, if it's a laptop, then we have to calculate the discount for the laptop accordingly. And if it's a desktop, then we have to calculate it accordingly. So we have range given here, right? 0 to 25,000 would be a 0% discount on laptop and discount is 5% for PC. Then 25,001 to 15,000, 57,000 is 5% for laptop and desktop is 7.5%, and the next slab is 7.5% and 10% and so on. And if it's above 1 lakh, yes, above 1 lakh, then it's 10% on laptop and 15% on PC. So here we have two aspects. One is we have to calculate the discount and we have to calculate the net amount. Okay, discount is discount rate by 100 into the amount of purchase, and the amount net amount is amount of purchase minus the discounted amount. So we have to print the discounted amount and the percentage of the net amount. Net amount we have to print that. So that is our program. We have two aspects. One is the discount calculation, where another one is the type-based discount problem. Okay, for laptop one and for desktop another percentage. Let's begin the program. We would see the step-by-step approach. Now range problem, make the class name as range prob, and then one public void display. We have to take one variable for the net and the discount, another variable for calculating the discount. Okay, now what we have to take? We have to take the name as input, and then we have to take the address as input. Okay. Now in the question it's not mentioned whether we have to take a console input or not. If it's not mentioned, then you can go for simple input problems. Okay, no need to take console input here. But if it's mentioned, if the method signature is present, that it does not take any parameters in the method signature, that's basically for the descriptive type of questions that we just discussed in the previous video. You can check out that in the playlist. So in those cases, if it's not mentioned in the parenthesis, if there are no parameters, then we have to take the console input. But here, since it's not mentioned, we can take the normal input procedure. So name, address is being taken as input. Now next we have to take the amount of purchase. I am taking as amount AMD, and we will also take the type of purchase, character data type. So it would be L or D. So it's a char data type character. Now we would calculate the discount, and we will also calculate the net percentage. Okay, net amount. Net amount. Now next what we have to do, we have to give the conditions. The first condition is if the amount is greater than 0 and amount is smaller than 25,000. So if it's smaller than 25,000, the discount is, now the discount is there are two discounts. One is for the laptop, another one is for the desktop. So what I would suggest that you use a target operator here, like this. The discount, if the type data type, whatever we have here, type is equals to L, then what we would do, the discount percentage is 0, right? For this range 0 to 25,000, the laptop percentage is 0%. And the desktop percentage of discount is 5.0. So here we are done with the first range. Now note that I am just calculating the discount percentage here. Now at the end, after calculating the discount percentage for all the ranges in if else, so we are using a if else if ladder. So what we are using this structure is if else if ladder. This is a application of if else if problems. So the first if condition is done. Now we would write the next if and else if condition, and then we would write the next else if and then the else part. And after calculating all this, then we would implement the discount part, and in the final we are taking the net amount. We would calculate that at the end. Now next range is if the amount is greater than 25,000, greater than equals to 25,001, and then if it's smaller than equals to, if amount is smaller than equals to 57,000, right? The next slab is up to 57,000. Over 25,001 and then 57,000. Then the laptop's percentage is 5 and desktop is 7.5. So if discount, so type if the type is equals to L, then it's a 5% discount, and then if it's a desktop, then it's 7.5%. Okay, so here we are with our percentage for the discount percentage being calculated for the next range. If the range is from 25,001 to 57,000, then for laptop it would be 5%, and for the desktop it would be 7.5%, right? So we are using the ternary operator. Ternary operator, what it does, the condition, if it's true, then question mark means if it's true, then this would be the value that would be returned. So that value is being assigned to discount variable, and colon means else. If this is false, then this would be returned. So ternary operator is a substitute of if statement, okay, if else statement. So in one line, if you want to write the if else condition, then we can use the ternary operator. Now the next one is the next if else if statement, that is for 57,001 to 1 lakh. So I am erasing that. Now next else if, so here we are continuing with the previous one. Now next else if is for when amount is greater than equals to 57,001 and then amount is smaller than equals to 1 lakh. Now if it is 57,001 to 1 lakh, then what would be the discount percentage? The discount would be, if type is equals to laptop, then what is the percentage of the laptop? It is 7.5%, right? And then if it's a desktop, the percentage is 10%. So here we write 10. So here we are again completed with the next LCM. So next LCM was for 57,001 to 1 lakh. If our amount lies in this range, then the discount type, if the type of the purchase is laptop, then the discount percentage is 7.5, else the discount percentage is 10.0. So here we are using the ternary operator. Now in the else part means if it's above 1 lakh, okay. If it's not in the first range 0 to 25,000, not in 25,000 to 57,000, not in 57,000 to 1 lakh, then if it's beyond that, then that means that it will fall under the else condition. If it's beyond that, what is the percentage? If the type is laptop, then if the type is laptop, then the percentage is 10. Okay, for laptop is 10%. So 10.0, and for the PC is 15%, right? So 15.0. So here we are done with all the slabs, all the if statements. Okay. Now once we are done with all the discount, we have completed the discount calculation. Now what we have to do? We have to compute the discount amount and the net amount. Take a screenshot or write that code. pause the video and write the code. I will erase that and you can make that code. Please make a note. I will erase the board. Now, after calculating the discount, what we have to do? We have to calculate the discount amount and we have to calculate the net amount and then we have to print the respective details. Now, what we will do for that? So, the discount amount would be the discount whatever we calculated into that amount what the user has put as input divided by 100.0. So this will give us the discount amount. Okay. Now once we have the discount amount, then we can calculate the net. The net is nothing but the amount minus the discounted amount. This part is given in the hint. Okay. You can see that. And it's common sense that amount minus the discounted amount gives us the net amount that is to be paid by the customer, right? So next, after calculation, we are almost done. 90% of the program has been done. Now, next what we have to do, we have to print the details. So system.out.println name is equals to class name, address equals to plus address, plus next with details we have the amount of purchase, that is plus AMT. Then what we calculated, the discount, the type of purchase. The type of purchase is the type variable. Then we calculated the discount amount. So discount amount, and then we would print the net amount that is to be paid by the customer. That is the net amount plus net. So it's a long print statement. We are printing the name equals to plus name. Then we are printing the address, but we are concatenating everything into a one string. Plus here is a concatenation operator that concatenates two strings together. So name is this one, address is this one, amount of purchase is this, type is this one, discount plus discount, net amount plus. So everything we are concatenating the strings and the variable values together with the help of plus or the concatenation operator, and then we are printing that in one go. And here we are at the end of the program, function ends and class ends. So that was all about this if-else-if structured problems and how we have to solve. Here was an extra pinch of salt, that was the CAD type, this one, the type of purchase. If it's laptop, then this percentage calculation. If it's a desktop, then this calculation was there. So I purposefully chose this question because here was that extra logic that you have to implement, that I implemented with the help of ternary operator, but you can do with the help of simple if-else statement also. Okay. Now next what we are going to do, we are going to run this code and see what the output is. Let's move over to the code implementation of the program that we have seen on if-else-if. So here we have taken the input, the name, the address and the amount of purchase and the type of purchase, that would be laptop or PC, L for laptop and P for and some other letter for the desktop. Now here I have declared the discount for the discount variable and this one for the net. Now please note that since we had some amount, I considered that integer. It would be better that if we consider that double, because money and amounts, those things might be in decimal and points, right? So that's why we have to take it as double. So that's why discount and net amount, that I have also taken as double. Now here we start the if-else-if ladder. So if-else-if is as if a ladder, like ladder has a series of steps. So similarly here what we are having, if-else-if statements are as if a ladder. So that's why it's called a if-else-if ladder. So the first step is that if the amount is greater than 0 and an amount is smaller than 25,000, then our discount percentage was for laptop we had 0% of discount, and for desktop we had 5. So here I have used the ternary operator. If our type of purchase, that character input is L, is equals to L, means if it's L, then what we have to do, we have to set the discount as 0, and the discount for the other possibility would be 5. So ternary operator works like this. If this condition is true, question mark means if this is true, then after question mark this part would be executed. But if it is false, then this part after the colon would be used. So question mark colon is the ternary operator. So this is the ternary operator symbol. So here we have used the ternary operator. Ternary operator is actually a substitute of the if else statement. So that's what we have used. Similarly, for the next step, when the amount is greater than 25,001 and it's equals to 15,700, note that I have used smaller than equals to and greater than equals to. That's why I have mentioned that 25,001 to 57,000. In fact, in the question also this was mentioned, right? So for this slab or this step, what we have done, the discount was for laptop it was 5.0, and for the desktop it was 7.5. So in the else part I have given the 7.5. If the type is equals to L, means if the type is a type of purchase is laptop, then the discount percentage would be 5%, and otherwise in the else part we have the 7.5%. The next step was, if the amount of purchase is greater than 57,001 and below 1 lakh, then in this range, if it falls in this range, and if the type is L, then the percentage of discount was 7.5, otherwise the percentage of discount was 10. Okay, this was the next step. Then again in the last step, means if the amount of purchase is greater than 1 lakh, what will happen? Then the percentage of discount for laptop was 10, and for not laptop, other desktop kind of purchase, it was 15. So that's why I have used this ternary operator, where I have checked whether the type of purchase is L or not. If it is L, question mark, means if it is L, it is questioning. The compiler is asking, is it L? If it is L, if it is true, then set the discount as 10. So it would be assigned to discount 10.0. But if it is not laptop, if it is desktop, then 15 would be assigned to discount. Okay, so ternary operator always returns something. It returns an output, a value. So that would be returned, and it should be stored in some variable. That's why in the left hand side I always use a variable here. Okay, since it's returning a double data type, I've used a double data type variable here. Okay, so this if else if ladder is responsible for calculating the discount percentage only. Now here comes the real mathematics, where we have to compute the discount amount. Now if the discount percentage is known, the discount is out of that amount of purchase, right? So that's why discount into amount by 100, like simple percentage numerical sum. It's a simple percentage problem. Okay, discount by 100 into amount, that what we have done. This calculates us the discounted amount. Now to calculate the net amount, net is always the amount minus the discounted amount. If we subtract the discounted amount from the amount of purchase, then the net amount is that particular sum that we have to pay to the shopkeeper, right? So that is the net amount, the amount minus the percentage discount, that amount discounted amount. Okay, so that what we have done, amount minus the discounted amount gives us the net amount. And then after successfully calculating all these stuffs, we have printed the name, the address, the amount, and the net amount also. So this was our implementation. So we have to be cautious here. The ranges, make sure that you are using correctly, and make sure that you are using and operator, because if it's a or operator, then it would be totally wrong. It should be and, because you are validating whether that amount falls inside this range or not, right? So that's why you have to use the and operator here. Okay, so that was the basic implementation. Now in order to run this, what I have to do, I have to write the main method, because unless and until I run the main method, so this would not run. Okay, because we are running it in an IntelliJ different ID. But if it was in BlueJ application, you could have run that very easily. Okay, you can do that, no problem. Okay, let me just write the main method. So because whenever I would execute this one here, the Java minus that command would be the Java class name dot Java command would run the main method only. If no main method is present, no execution would take place. You will not see the output. So that's why I have to write the main method here. Now I am invoking the display method with some input. Let's suppose my name is, I gave it here, okay, and it's a dummy name, not my name. And next I'm giving the address. Okay, let's say the address as Kolkata, and then I put the amount of purchase. Let the amount of purchase be 67,000, and the type is L, means laptop. Let's see what happens. So here it is showing red because main method is a static method, and a static method can only call a static method only. Since display is not declared as static, so it won't be able to call. So for running it in in separate ID other than BlueJ, we have to write this static here also. Okay, no problem. You are not writing it in BlueJ. In simple examination paper, you would write only the display method, that method only. Okay, you don't need to do these things. Just for execution purpose, I am showing you. Okay, now let's run. So what will be the output? Let's see. Now, since we have given 67,000, 67,000 would fall in which slab? 67,000 is greater than 57,000, right? 67,000 will lie in this slab. So between 57,000 to 1 lakh, right? So our type was L. So our discount was 7.5, right? So discounted amount after subtracting that is coming as 69 1907. Just let's validate that. Okay, we have got the output, well and good. Now let's validate that. Okay, so our percentage discount is 7.5. So we gave the amount as 67%, 67,000 into the percentage. If we convert the 7.5 in terms of percentage, like it's divided by 100, right? So we can say that 0.075, right? So into 0.075, that will give us, oh sorry, 0.075, that would give us the discounted amount. If we multiply 67,000 with 0.075, it would give us the discounted amount. So this was the discounted amount, 5025. Now we have to subtract that from the total amount, like that was the 67,000. So 67, all clear, 5025, remember that. So 67,000 minus 5025. So 67,000 minus 5025 gives us 61,975. That is actually the net amount. So here we are with our output, and that's in accordance with what we have done. Okay, so that was the program that we are taking the name, address, and the type of purchase, amount of purchase, and accordingly we have been given the slabs, and we are calculating the discount. It's not actually a slab calculation problem, rather it was a if else if problem. We are going to see slab calculation problem in the next video. A slab calculation is different from this one because this is just a range problem. If it lies in this range, we would do this thing. That was some range sort of problem. But in slab calculation, what happens, if there is a slab based calculation that we have to do step by step. Like for example, if you are given the amount of electricity units that is being consumed in your house, now you have to calculate the electric bill. So that is a slab calculation problem, because there we would be given like the first 100 units is this range, this rate, rupees 7 per unit. The next 100 would be rupees 9 per unit. So this first 100, next 100, next, that way, if it's been specified in the question, that is actually a slab calculation problem that we will look forward in the next video. Okay, so if you have watched the whole video and you are watching it till now, so please subscribe the channel, because it takes a lot of effort to create this video and we are helping you out, so it's a responsibility for you guys to help me in return. And please subscribe the channel to get the latest updates and the latest videos with the top suggestions for your examination. All the best, meet you next in the next video.